Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. Now yesterday balance update for Dust and Ironheart came out, and typically I do cover these as soon as they are out, but this time around I genuinely needed to think this over in my head because despite what many of you guys believe, I genuinely don't like dishing at Kabam. I want this game to do well, and I want, to see people happy and Kabam to be happy and everybody coexisting great together and for the game to grow. And I have been trying to make a point to make less needlessly aggressive videos. But I will go as far to say that so far at the moment in the game we have two biggest problems. I did make a video about the biggest issue, which I do think at the moment is AI. And I do think that most of you will agree that majority of the 2024 champions have been quite underwhelming. As in, like, a year ago, every month I was like super hyped for the champions being released. And now I'm kind of like, I'll get them when I get them. I'm not getting early access bundles. I'm not grinding an arena for them. Eventually I do get some of the new champions and I don't feel like I'm missing out on much. Because with a couple of exceptions of, like, Bullseye and Serpent this year, none of the champions are really needed to win. Like, they're very niche. They're somewhat lackluster offensively. Many of the defensive champions that are getting released are so-so. And that is also a big thing for the game. Because this hype, this anticipation, this, initial gleam in people's eyes when they see the new champions and they play with the new champions is also a very important part of MCOC. It used to be and always has been something everybody really looks forward to. And now it's definitely much less so. There are many great things happening with the game, but the champion design department, I am just sorry to say, they have made some atrociously bad decisions with the fact that Bullseye and Serpent exist, who I personally believe are cancer on the game. With the fact that Silver Sable was allowed to be released, with the fact that most of the champions kind of make sense, but again, they're just meh. And that brings us to the balance update. Hey all, Balance team here again with an update on latest round of champions up for review, Dust and Ironheart. Let's also mention the fact that this is a month late. This balance update should have been released a month ago. But okay, better late than never. Dust entered the contest aimed at being a strong attacker with some defensive tricks if you let her sand get out of control. As an attacker, her trio of immunities paired with powerful special 1 has led her to make strong impact in the meta. That's not true. That just isn't. Like, when she was a tactic attacker, she saw some use, but generally now when you see Dust is like 90% defense. Offensively, she's not amazing. In some specific matchups, she's decent, but she's far from top shelf or even close to the top shelf attacker. And I'm not underestimating Dust. I do have a rank 2 7s at Dust myself. I use Dust, but she's not a great attacker. She's an attacker you'll likely use in a pinch. As a defender, we saw Dust and her sand debuff quickly become a threat on path 4, looking to punish anyone trying to purify. As a defender in Battlegrounds, we're happy with the pool of attackers who are finding success against her, specifically attackers who can manage her sand effect by managing her medium attacks or with Incinerates and Plasma are key. Overall, we're happy with how she's performed and she's still staying as is. Dust, I can kind of get. I would say that Dust is one of the more solid champions this year, but there's also no question about the fact that if it was last year, Dust would be in bottom 6-7 champions, I think. But this year, she's one of the more solid additions. My pain is really with Ironheart. Riri Williams and her Iron Suit joined the Battle Realm equipped with a wide range of utility designed to help her take down mutant defenders that may be in her way. Across the board, we're seeing healthy performances versus wide range of mutant matchups where players are able to take advantage of her different damage over time effects. Riri is very good at keeping sand of her Iron Suit, Cold Snap and Incinerate immunities, and Invalidate. As an attacking focused champion, we're also happy with where we're seeing her as a defender. We have no concerns with how she's performing so far, not charging enough. Really? And here is again the very, very bad thing. I don't think the design of Ironheart is bad. She's just not quite strong enough to be good. So, I think, quite clear to any player who plays this game for a meaningful amount of time at a meaningful level, it's quite clear that Dust is a good champion that was almost great. And Ironheart is alright champion that was almost good. And you'd think that those are, the exact type of champions that Kabam will want to tune up. Maybe, you can agree or look at Dust being fine as she is. I get that. I always want all the new champions or all the champions in the game to be better. But, there's an argument to be made for Dust that she's fine. Wouldn't make a fuss. Ironheart, though. Ironheart. And the worst part is, she's kind of cool. Her kit's kind of nice. Just not quite potent enough. It's not quite fast enough. And there's very little reason to use Ironheart over Guardian or Fam or Red Skull or whatnot. And yeah, there's just hardly any scenarios where you won't do that. And the thing is, you kind of have to have those. Kabam has to give a reason for players to chase the new champions besides their Marvel identity. Besides, this is something new and it kind of looks cool. Kabam can't release champions that are virtually interchangeable in terms of their quality or strength. There have to be times when Ironheart is the absolute GOAT. And there just hasn't been. There have to be times when I have always believed that every single champion needs some sort of purpose in a game where, this champion is going to be best for those and those things, or that, scenario or something. Something that gives these champions value. There's just not... And I know, before I finish this video, I know that there are going to be a lot of people attacking me, not getting Ironheart and stuff like that, and that's not true. I have seen how Ironheart performs in Lions War and in Battlegrounds. I hardly see her in Battlegrounds decks now, because what I saw is when she was released, several people got her, ranked her up, tried her out, ditched her, never went back to her. I have a 7-star duped Ironheart myself as well. And yeah, she's kind of cool, but, again, I'd much rather rank up Hulkbuster, probably. Definitely Guardian, and definitely a whole bunch of other champions. If I wanted to rank up Ironheart, I would have done so in a heartbeat weeks ago when I got her. Ironheart is the type of champion that maybe I'll rank up whenever I get to it, if I get to it. And my question is, to Kabam, I guess, is that the type of champions you want to be releasing? Is that the type of emotions or excitement you want your players to have when they pull the new featured champion from the Titan Crystal? I don't think so. And I don't think it's uniquely me type of thing either. Because again, you don't really see much of Ironheart around. Ever. And we haven't. And therefore, I guess the main point of this video is that, what's the fucking point of balancing program? Let's just call it what it is. It is a safety net for Kabam to nuke a champion that they overlooked and to be too powerful. Because that's the only purpose it serves now. We are in August now, 2024. Virtually none of the underwhelming champions that have released so far, and there have been plenty, have gotten a tune-up. Why pretend that you guys are doing anything? It's like, if you take a look at 2024 champions, let's just filter them out. Like, Prowler is decent. You can see Prowler not getting tuned. No, fine. White Tigers, again, White Tiger is the same situation as Dust, in my opinion. Almost great. A good champion, almost great. Meh. That's what you look at majority of them. like even somebody like Negasonic, who you look at, you know, has all the makings of a staple champion, staple mutant. And I got a 7-star. I'm definitely not in a rush to rank her up because I just feel like I don't have to. And again, this is a very dangerous thing for Kabam, whether I realize it or not. It's very dangerous because excitement, hype, and community are the things that keep this game alive. And mediocre champions like this is a surefire way how to gradually kill the hype and excitement surrounding MCOC. So, I strongly hope that Kabam, number one, evaluates champions that they are releasing and make sure that they are performing better than champions have so far in 2024. Number two, start taking their stupid balancing program that they insisted on a bit more seriously. Because now, again, there are two champions that are, again, I would say below average and average or slightly above average. There's no tune-up, no buff. So what are they doing? I don't know. Looking at it, I don't think this program right now is what was promised to the players. I don't think that when Kabam sold this or advertised this or tried to convince the community that this is a good idea, this is what they were promising to us. And I don't think that this currently serves any other purpose than just in case they need to serve somebody, for them to have like a, you know, relatively backlash-free way to do it. Which just leads to ask the question, why keep up the charade here? Let me know what you guys think. Maybe I'm completely wrong and Ironheart Dust are the hottest, craziest, bestest things that ever happened and I'm just a nutcase, which I'm sure some people will say in the comment section anyways. But let me know what you guys think and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So we have already